finally, all of you can be like minded, be sympathetic, love one another, and be compassionate and humble. Do unto others as you would have them done unto you. These are some of my favorite scriptures and quotes that I try to live by. Almost 20 years ago, a close loved one stole from me, and my entire outlook of life truly did change. I didn't let the situation get the best of me. Instead, it made me more into a caring, giving, compassionate person. However, we all know it can backfire. I have three sisters and two brothers. Family means a lot to me. I also have a younger nephew. We're only a few years apart, and he's more like my brother than anything. My mom raised him. My dad was diagnosed with dementia at a very early age, and by choice, he was homeless for a few years. Just about 7 years ago, I was able to get him some help, and now he resides in a nursing home just 10 minutes away from me. And I take care of his paperwork, any medical issues he have. I'm in charge of his money. Anything, I have to approve it first. What is very interesting about this situation regarding my dad, I don't know him as well as my sisters. My mom and dad divorced when I was 6 years old, and he moved into a different state with his relatives. They really didn't do a good job with him. That's how he ended up back in New Jersey. I'm the only one that takes care of him, and I'm the youngest and barely know him. My sisters, they may visit him, once every 2 years. I see my dad every week. We go out to eat. He loves going to the park. He loves going to casinos. We have a good time. I tend to put others before myself. Each time my sister had a baby, I would stay with her for about 2 weeks. I would help her with the baby. I would cook, clean. Then after every 2 weeks, I would come up on the weekends just to help out because I understand having a baby. I don't have any kids, but having a baby is very time consuming and any help is appreciated. During that time, my car was having issues and I was still driving my sister's house. And now realizing I put my safety in jeopardy just to make sure I went up to help my sister out with, her kids. But I still would do the same thing today because I really enjoy spending time with my nieces and nephews, and this is why we have a bond now because I've been around and helping since day one. Another is this past summer, I went back and forth to Maryland to help my best friend with my godson. She's my rock. I love my godson. I have four god kids, but he's the youngest. She needed help around the house and just picking him up from daycare, being a single mom, very stressful. Anything I could do to help, I'm willing to help because she would do it for me. Like I said, our bond is extremely close. We talk every day. And she works. I got school. We still manage. My anxiety at times was bad during the summer helping. Then I also had 2 summer classes, but I had to make sure my best friend was taken care of. So I had to make it work. Because I actually truly believe it's better to give than receive. Over the years, though, people did try to take advantage of my kindness. Since I'm a selfless person, people always expect that from me. And at times it can be overwhelming. Just back in April, my sisters and I decided to throw a party for my mother, a surprise party. One of them backed out, so we should have split it 3 ways. Instead, it was still split 4 ways, and I had to cover one of my my sister that dropped out costs in her portion. I felt like no one took that in consideration, but it's okay for my mom. I will do to make sure she had an amazing, successful party. I was willing to do whatever, even if I had to spend more money. Being selfless is a blessing and a curse. I'm learning giving too much of yourself can lead to a burnout and then you have resentment. I do get upset with myself because I'm too generous and I also feel it's not reciprocated. If you want to be a generous giver, you have to watch out for the selfish takers. That's one of the quotes that I just saw maybe 2 years ago. At first, I didn't understand what it meant. Now it makes perfect sense to me because I've went through some things. However, I'm a firm believer that when you do good to others, it will come back to you in unexpected ways. I'll leave you one of my favorite phrases. Helping one person might not change the world, but it can change the world for that one person.